We are going to study microteaching. Microteaching is the teaching how to teach. Microteaching is a teacher training and faculty development technique whereby the teacher reviews a recording of a teaching session in order to get constructive feedback from peers and students about what has worked and what improvements can be made to their teaching technique. According to the definition, D.W. Allen, microteaching is defined as a system of controlled practice that makes it possible to concentrate on specific teaching behavior and to practice teaching under controlled conditions. The main characteristics of the microteaching are small sized class from 5 to 10 students, small period 5 to 10 minutes, single concept lesson, and a single skill should be practiced. The phases of micro teaching are knowledge acquisition phase, skill acquisition phase, and the transfer phase are the phases of micro teaching. The knowledge acquisition phase provides the knowledge about the teaching skills to the teacher trainees. Observe the demonstration of a teaching skill. Analyze and discuss the demonstration of the teaching skill. Then the next phase, skill acquisition phase, planning and preparation of micro lesson for a skill, practicing the skill, evaluation of the practiced skill, replan, reteach and feedback till the desired level of a skill is achieved. Then comes to the transfer phase, giving opportunity to use the mastered skill in normal classroom teaching. Integrate the different skill practiced. These are the three phases of the micro teaching. Once again, the they are knowledge acquisition phase, skill acquisition phase, and a transfer phase. Now comes to the micro teaching cycle. What are the important steps in the micro teaching cycle? Firstly, the plan, then teach, then feedback, then replan, then reteach, then re-feedback. These are the important steps in the micro teaching cycle. It, the micro teaching cycle, step by step by the NCRT, the first step that is teach takes 6 minutes, then feedback session 6 minutes, replan 12 minutes, then reteach 6 minutes, re-feedback 6 minutes, totally approximately 36 minutes will takes. The first step of the micro teaching cycle is planning. These steps, the selection of the skill to be practiced by the teacher students, awareness of the components of the skill, selection of a suitable concept, and the writing of a micro lesson. The second step is teaching. It is important steps in the micro teaching section. It takes up to 6 minutes. The number of students 5 to 10 or maybe peer group. There will be a supervising teacher and should be recorded by the peer students. Then the next step we have to get that is given, that is feedback. The observers analyze the performance and discuss it with the teacher trainee on the basis of the rating using the appraisal guide. The feedback should focus on specific behavior related to the model of a teaching skill. The supervisor can reinforce effective behavior and effective behavior and attention to the behavior modification necessary to the mastering the skill. Then the next step should be the replan in light of the feedback received from the supervisor and peer observers. The teacher trainee replans her micro lesson by writing another micro lesson for the modification of the existing one if necessary. Then comes to the reteach. The teacher trainee reteaches the revised lesson to another but comparable group of students. The supervisor checks to see whether there is any improvement in the skill attainment. Then we give the feedback. Again, we have to give the feedback to the students and that we have to conclude the micro teaching cycle, that is the planning, teach, feedback, replan, reteach, and refeedback. Then